Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Have you ever imagined that an old coin sitting unnoticed in a coin jar, hidden inside a forgotten drawer, or passed down through generations could someday be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Today, we're taking a fascinating coins. Coin number 1. The America's Classics coins, the 1947 Jefferson Nickel, without a mint mark. Some online claims suggest that an exceptional example in what is described as red condition could be valued at an astonishing $319. Before you get too excited, it's important to understand that such prices are not typical for ordinary 1947 Jefferson nickels. Standard 1947 Philadelphia nickels are generally common and usually worth from face value to a few dollars, while only exceptionally rare error coins or unique top-graded specimens can command dramatically higher prices at auction. The Jefferson Nickel series was introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel and has remained one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. The obverse features a portrait of America's third president, Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse displays his famous Virginia home, Monticello. The 1947 no-mint mark version was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not place a mint mark on nickels during that period. More than 95 million examples were produced, making it a common date for collectors. However, as every experienced numismatist knows, rarity is not determined by mintage alone. Condition, strike quality, die varieties, and minting errors can transform an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. When collectors examine a 1947 Jefferson nickel, they pay close attention to the sharpness of Jefferson's hair, the crisp lettering, and especially the details of Monticello on the reverse. One of the most sought-after features is the full steps designation, where all the steps leading to Monticello remain fully visible despite the minting process. Coins with full steps are significantly scarcer than ordinary examples and often sell for much higher prices because they demonstrate an exceptionally strong strike from fresh dies. Collectors are also interested in doubled dies, repunched dies, and unusual mint errors that can make an otherwise common coin genuinely rare. Many people become confused by dramatic headlines claiming that an ordinary 1947 Jefferson nickel is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. In reality, most circulated examples are worth only modest amounts, while certified mint state coins can bring much higher prices depending on their grade. The highest auction prices are typically reserved for coins with extraordinary preservation, rare varieties, or significant mint errors verified by professional grading companies such as PCGS or NGC. This is why authentication and professional grading are essential before assuming that any coin has extraordinary value. If you own a 1947 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, start by examining it carefully under bright lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for unusual doubling in the lettering, sharp, full steps on Monticello, clean surfaces free from damage, and any unusual striking characteristics. Never clean the coin because cleaning can permanently reduce its collector value. Instead, store it safely in a protective holder and, if you believe it has exceptional qualities, consider submitting it to a respected third-party grading service for professional evaluation. The excitement of coin collecting lies in the possibility that hidden treasures still exist. Every year, collectors discover overlooked varieties, remarkable mint errors, and beautifully preserved coins that had been sitting unnoticed for decades. While a standard 1947 Jefferson nickel is generally not worth anywhere near $319,000, rare exceptions and unique specimens remind collectors why searching through pocket change and inherited collections remains one of America's most exciting hobbies. Knowledge, patience, and careful examination are often the keys to identifying a truly valuable coin. So before you spend or overlook an old Jefferson nickel, take a closer look. That ordinary-looking 5-cent coin may tell a remarkable story about American history, post-World War II coinage, and the enduring passion of collectors across the country. Whether your coin turns out to be worth 5 cents, $50, or far more, every old coin carries a piece of history that deserves appreciation. Keep learning, keep searching, and remember the next great discovery could already be waiting in your collection. Coin number 2. We're taking a close look at the 1985 Jefferson Nickel with the P mint mark. Some online posts claim that this coin can be worth as much as $312,000, but before you rush to check your pocket change, it's important to understand what really makes a coin valuable. A regular 1985 with P Jefferson Nickel in very fine condition is generally worth only face value, while only exceptionally rare mint-era coins or elite certified specimens have sold for much higher amounts. Even the best-known full steps examples have auction records measured in the thousands, not hundreds of thousands of dollars. The Jefferson Nickel has been one of the most recognizable coins in American history since its introduction in 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, the obverse proudly displays President Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse features his historic Virginia estate, Monticello. By 1985, the Philadelphia Mint was producing hundreds of millions of Jefferson Nickels every year. In fact, more than 647,001,985 P nickels were struck, making it one of the most common modern U.S. nickels. Because of this enormous production, ordinary circulated examples are usually worth only 5 cents unless they possess extraordinary qualities. If you own a 1985 with P Jefferson Nickel, the first thing to examine is the mint mark. Beginning in 1980, Philadelphia nickels carried the small P mint mark to the right of Jefferson's portrait. Next, study the overall condition of the coin. A very fine example still shows clear details, but there will be noticeable wear on Jefferson's hair, cheek, and the high points of the design. While collectors appreciate attractive, very fine coins, they generally reserve the highest prices for mint state examples that have never entered circulation. One of the most important features collectors search for is known as full steps. On the reverse of this coin, look closely at the staircase leading to Monticello. If all the steps are completely visible without interruptions, the coin may qualify for the highly desirable full steps designation. Because producing perfectly struck nickels is difficult, full steps examples are much scarcer than ordinary coins and can command significantly higher prices at auction. However, even these premium examples typically sell for thousands of dollars, not hundreds of thousands. Another reason a 1985 Jefferson Nickel could become valuable is the presence of a genuine mint error. Collectors pay strong premiums for coins showing dramatic off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, multiple strikes, broad strikes, or missing design elements that occurred during the minting process. These errors are uncommon and are carefully authenticated by professional grading services. Without a verified mint error or an exceptionally high mint state grade, an ordinary 1985 P Jefferson Nickel is not considered a rare coin. Many YouTube videos and social media posts use enormous dollar amounts to attract attention, claiming that common coins are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. While it is true that some rare U.S. coins have sold for incredible prices, those sales almost always involve unique mint errors, prototype pieces, or the finest known certified examples. A claim that a normal 1985 with P Jefferson Nickel in very fine condition is worth $312,000 is not supported by standard market price guides or auction records. Collectors should always verify values through reputable grading companies and established auction results before making assumptions. If you think your nickel might be special, avoid cleaning it under any circumstances. Cleaning leaves tiny scratches that permanently reduce collector value. Instead, handle the coin only by its edges, place it in a protective holder, and examine it under good lighting with a magnifying glass. Look carefully for unusual doubling, strong full steps, unusual coloration caused by minting or striking errors. If the coin appears exceptional, consider submitting it to a respected grading service such as PCGS or NGC for professional authentication and grading. Coin collecting is exciting because remarkable discoveries still happen. Every year, collectors uncover forgotten treasures in old collections, inherited coin albums, estate sales, and even pocket change. While most 1985 with P Jefferson Nickels are common, the possibility of finding a rare error or an extraordinary high-grade specimen keeps the hobby alive and exciting. Every coin tells a story about American history, craftsmanship, and the journey it has taken over the decades. So before you spend that old Jefferson nickel, take a closer look. It may not make you an overnight millionaire, but it could introduce you to one of the most fascinating hobbies in the world. Study your coins carefully, learn about mint marks, grading, and mint errors, and remember that knowledge is the greatest treasure any coin collector can possess. Your next incredible discovery could already be waiting in your pocket, your coin jar, or an old family collection. Coin number 3. The 1988 Jefferson Nickel with the D mint mark struck at the Denver Mint. Some online sources claim that a 1988 with D Jefferson Nickel in very fine condition could be worth an incredible $307. However, before believing such headlines, it's important to know that a typical 1988 with D Jefferson Nickel is common and generally worth only face value in circulated condition. Exceptional values are associated only with extremely rare mint errors or extraordinary certified examples, not ordinary very fine coins. The Jefferson Nickel has been a part of American pocket change since 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin honors Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. The front of the coin features Jefferson's portrait, while the reverse displays his historic home, Monticello, located in Virginia. By 1988, the Jefferson Nickel had become one of the most familiar coins in America, circulating in billions across the country. The Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark, produced hundreds of millions of these nickels during that year, making them easy to find even today. When collectors evaluate a 1988 with D Jefferson Nickel, they first examine the overall condition. A coin graded very fine has seen circulation but still retains much of its original detail. Jefferson's hair, facial features, and the lettering remain clearly visible, although moderate wear is present on the highest points. On the reverse, Monticello should still show strong architectural detail, while the legends remain bold and readable. Although very fine coins are attractive collector pieces, they are not considered especially rare because millions survived in this condition. One of the most desirable characteristics of any Jefferson nickel is the full steps designation. The steps leading to Monticello are often weakly struck or worn away during circulation. If a coin displays all of these steps clearly without interruptions, collectors consider it a premium example. Full steps nickels are significantly scarcer than ordinary pieces, especially in high mint state grades, and they often sell for substantial premiums at auction. This is one of the first features experienced collectors check when evaluating a modern Jefferson nickel. Another factor that can dramatically increase the value of a 1988 with D Jefferson nickel is the presence of a genuine mint error. Collectors actively search for doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, die breaks, lamination errors, and other unusual production mistakes that occurred during the minting process. These mint errors are much scarcer than normal coins and can command impressive prices when authenticated by professional grading companies. A rare error coin can become the centerpiece of an advanced collection and may sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on its rarity and condition. Professional grading is one of the most important steps in determining a coin's true value. Organizations such as PCGS and NGC carefully examine each coin for authenticity, preservation, strike quality, and surface condition before assigning an official grade. A certified coin provides confidence to buyers and sellers alike, often resulting in stronger auction prices. Without professional certification, it is difficult to establish whether a coin is genuinely rare or simply an ordinary circulated example. Many videos and social media posts advertise astonishing coin values to attract attention, claiming that everyday coins are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. While extraordinary auction results do occur, they almost always involve unique mint errors, the finest known certified specimens, or historically significant varieties. A standard 1988 with D Jefferson nickel in very fine condition is not known to have a market value of $307. Zeroth collectors should always compare sensational claims with reliable auction records, official grading populations, and respected coin price guides before assuming a coin is exceptionally valuable. If you own a 1988 with D Jefferson nickel, take a few minutes to inspect it carefully. Hold the coin only by its edges, avoid cleaning it, and examine both sides under bright light using a magnifying glass. Look for unusual doubling in the lettering, striking abnormalities, dramatic die cracks, or exceptionally sharp details on Monticello. If you believe your coin displays something unusual, it may be worth having it evaluated by a professional grading service. Coin collecting remains one of the most exciting hobbies because remarkable discoveries continue to happen every year. Hidden treasures have been found in estate collections, old bankrolls, family heirlooms, and even loose pocket change. Although the majority of 1,988 D Jefferson Nickels are ordinary circulation coins, every collector knows that patience, knowledge, and careful observation can sometimes reveal an overlooked rarity. As you continue building your collection, remember that every coin tells a story. The 1,988 with D Jefferson Nickel represents a small but important part of American history and the craftsmanship of the United States Mint. Whether your coin is worth 5 cents or considerably more because of a rare error or exceptional preservation, the excitement of searching and learning is what makes numismatics such a rewarding hobby. Like this video, subscribe the channel, thanks for watching the video, so before spending your next nickel, take a closer look. You never know what remarkable discovery could be waiting in your hands.